Let's talk about fluid flushes. Every car needs its fluids changed, oil, coolant, brake fluid, but some mechanics push unnecessary flushes as routine. They'll show you dirty fluid and claim you need a flush right now. Here's the truth. Your owner's manual tells you exactly when each fluid needs changing. Don't fall for scare tactics. Always double-check the recommended intervals. If they keep pushing, get a second opinion. A good mechanic will focus on your car's real needs, not just upselling. Have you ever noticed that every time you bring your car in for service, the mechanic seems to suggest replacing your air filter? It's almost like clockwork. No matter how recently you had it changed, there's always a dirty filter to show you. This is one of the most common upsells in the auto repair world, and it can leave you wondering if you're really taking care of your car or just spending money you don't need to. Now don't get me wrong, a clean air filter is important for your engine's health. It helps your car breathe easier, improves fuel efficiency, and can even extend the life of your engine. But here's the thing, air filters are designed to trap dust and debris, so it's normal for them to look a little dirty after some use. Replacing them at every single visit is not only unnecessary, it's wasteful. Unless you're regularly driving on dirt roads, through construction zones, or in extremely dusty environments, a bit of dust on your air filter is perfectly fine. In fact, a slightly used filter can actually trap particles more effectively than a brand new one. So, unless your filter is clogged or visibly damaged, you probably don't need a replacement as often as you're being told. Most car manufacturers recommend changing the air filter somewhere between 15,000 and 30,000 miles, depending on your driving conditions. That means for the average driver, you might only need a new filter every year or two, not every oil change or routine service. If you're unsure, check your odometer and see how long it's really been since your last replacement. The best way to know for sure is to consult your car's owner's manual. It will have a recommended maintenance schedule tailored to your specific make and model. This is your most reliable source for when to replace your air filter, not just the advice of a service advisor who might be motivated to sell you more parts. And here's a bonus. Replacing your air filter is one of the easiest DIY car maintenance tasks out there. With just a few simple tools, or sometimes none at all, you can swap out your old filter for a new one in about 5 minutes. There are plenty of online tutorials and videos to guide you through the process, even if you've never worked on your car before. By doing it yourself, you'll save money on labor costs and avoid paying for unnecessary replacements. Plus, you'll gain a little confidence in taking care of your own vehicle. It's a win-win for your wallet and your peace of mind. So next time you're at the shop and someone tries to guilt you into an air filter replacement you don't need, remember, you're in control. Trust your manual, trust your mileage, and don't be afraid to say no to unnecessary upsells. The cabin air filter, one of the most overlooked yet essential parts of your car's ventilation system, is also one of the easiest targets for overpriced labor at the shop. Many drivers don't even realize their car has a cabin air filter, let alone that it needs to be changed regularly. But when you bring your car in for service, it's not uncommon for a mechanic to pull out a dirty filter and suggest an immediate replacement, often with a hefty price tag attached. What most people don't know is that swapping out a cabin air filter is usually as simple as opening the glove box, popping out the old filter and sliding in a new one. There's no need for special tools or advanced mechanical skills. In fact, for most vehicles, the entire process takes less than 10 minutes and can be done right in your driveway or even in a parking lot. Despite how quick and easy it is, some auto shops will charge you up to $90 or even more for this basic service. That's a huge markup, especially when you consider that the actual filter itself often costs just a small fraction of that price. Instead of paying those inflated prices, you can buy a high-quality cabin air filter online or at your local auto parts store for a fraction of what the shop charges. There are plenty of options available, and you can even find filters with extra features like activated charcoal for better air quality. If you're unsure about how to do it, just check your vehicle's owner's manual. Most manuals include clear step-by-step instructions, sometimes even with helpful diagrams, showing you exactly where the filter is located and how to replace it safely. Taking a few minutes to do this simple maintenance yourself means you can skip the unnecessary markup and keep more money in your pocket. Plus, you'll gain a little confidence in your ability to handle basic car care. Not only will you save a significant amount of money, but you'll also feel a real sense of accomplishment knowing you took care of your car on your own. And who knows, the next time you're with friends or family, you'll have a great story to share about how you outsmarted the system and handled your own cabin filter swap with ease. Here's a sneaky one: fake leaks. You come in for one thing and suddenly there's a serious leak. Some mechanics even stage leaks with water or oil to scare you. Always ask to see the leak yourself and have them explain what it is. If they're vague or evasive, that's a red flag. Get a second opinion before paying for any repairs. Don't let fear drive your decisions. The check engine light. Instant anxiety, right? Some mechanics use it to push unnecessary repairs. But that light could mean anything from a loose gas cap to something serious. Head to an auto parts store for a free code scan before visiting a shop. Write down the code and do a quick online search. You'll be better prepared to discuss real solutions. Don't let anyone pressure you into repairs you don't understand. Knowledge is your best defense. When you take your car in for repairs, you might be shocked at how quickly the costs add up. One of the biggest reasons for those high bills? Inflated parts prices. Many repair shops mark up the cost of parts significantly, sometimes charging double or even triple what you pay elsewhere. This can turn a simple repair into a major expense, especially if you're not paying close attention to the details on your invoice. Some shops take advantage of customers who aren't familiar with the true cost of car parts. They might justify the markup by saying it covers shipping, handling, or warranty, but often it's just extra profit for the shop. It's not uncommon to see a part that costs $50 online being listed for $150 or more on your repair bill. That's why it's so important to always ask for a detailed breakdown of both parts and labor before you agree to any work. A reputable shop should have no problem showing you exactly what each part costs and how much they're charging for installation. If something seems off, don't be afraid to question it. Take a few minutes to compare prices online or at local auto parts stores. You'll often find the exact same part for much less than what the shop is charging. There are plenty of websites and apps that make it easy to look up parts by your car's make and model, so you can get a sense of what a fair price should be. If you're comfortable, ask the shop if you can supply your own parts. Many mechanics are open to this arrangement, especially if it means you'll keep coming back for future service. Just make sure to check with them first. Some shops have policies about outside parts or may only install parts they can guarantee. Building a good relationship with your mechanic can go a long way. When you show that you're informed and reasonable, most shops are happy to work with you to find a solution that fits your budget. After all, they want your repeat business. Of course, if you do bring your own parts, double-check that they're the right fit for your vehicle. Using incompatible parts can cause more problems down the road, so it's worth taking the time to verify everything before installation. Don't get tricked into paying extra for the same quality. Just because a part is more expensive at the shop doesn't mean it's better. Often, you're paying for convenience, not for a superior product. With a little research and a willingness to ask questions, you can avoid inflated parts prices and keep more money in your pocket. Being proactive about your repairs can make a big difference in your overall car maintenance costs. Brakes are crucial, but some mechanics use scare tactics to sell early replacements. Most brake pads have wear indicators that squeal when they're low. If you're not hearing that squeal, your pads are probably fine. Ask to see the pads and get measurements or photos. Replace them when they're around 3 millimeters thick or less. Don't let anyone rush you into unnecessary brake work. Stay informed and ask questions. Your safety and wallet depend on it. Ever get handed a long list of essential extra services? Many of these, like fuel injector flushes or engine decarbonizing, are unnecessary for most modern cars. Your owner's manual lists what's actually needed. If it's not in there, it's probably just an upsell. Ask what the service does and why it's needed. If the answer isn't clear, walk away. Stick to what your car really needs. Lifetime alignment packages sound great, but read the fine print. There are often hidden fees, exclusions, or limits on how many alignments you get. Sometimes lifetime means the package, not your car. Make sure you know exactly what's included and what's not. Don't get locked into a deal that doesn't benefit you. Ask questions before you commit. Protect your investment by staying informed. Some shops claim using aftermarket parts or independent mechanics will void your warranty. That's not true. The Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act protects your rights. Only if an aftermarket part causes damage can your warranty be denied. Stand your ground and remind them of the law. Keep all your receipts and documentation for proof. Don't let scare tactics cost you extra. That's it. The 10 most common mechanic scams and how to avoid them. The more you know, the better you'll protect your wallet and your car. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. Share your worst mechanic story in the comments. I might feature it next time. Don't be afraid to ask questions and stand up for yourself. Until next time, happy driving. Let me know if you need a further word count reduction or more aggressive tightening.